Yo, what is up, guys? So we're gonna be talking about the basically a home gym versus a commercial gym. What is better? And this is basically from personal experience. You know, I've been lifting since I was 16. You know, I'm 28 now, so I've been lifting for a while. Been all around the block. You know, natural and shit. So, you know, I've been around, and I could tell you the differences. And I had a home gym for years since COVID. And, you know, just recently I decided to join, you know, it's not necessarily a commercial gym. It's a private gym that's owned by a professional bodybuilder. And pretty much people that go there are very serious about training. Now, when I was at the home gym, obviously, being at home is nice. It's convenient. But you're limited to the amount of money you're spending in the home gym. I spent a good amount of change. Like, we're talking about, like, $3,000, roughly. You know, I just had a basic squat rack, flat bench, you know, deadlift jack. You know, I had basically enough weights to go up to like 500 pounds. You know, I had everything you really necessarily needed, you know, to squat, bench, and deadlift, minus the fact that, you know, you don't have machines. But I did have dumbbells that were the power block dumbbells that would go from like 5 to 50 pounds. You know, I had pull-up bar, obviously. Well, the squat rack had the pull-up bar. You know, weighted basically belt to do you know, like pull-ups, chin-ups, whatever the fuck you want. And it was cool, but again, very limited. Oh, I cannot forget I had a calf raise machine, right? Like the donkey calf raise machine, which I find was perfect. And, you know, by the way, my calves are still not really shit, and I've been training them pretty hard for years now. I invested into a machine, right? But that's beside the point. The point is that, like, it was cool, but, you know, with the fact that I could play whatever fucking music I wanted. Now, funny story, it was cool until one time I pissed off the neighbor because I was deadlifting 475, like, wow, like a wild motherfucker. This is when my deadlift was at its peak, like, for fucking, like, you know, 475 was fucking, like, a regular day. And, dude, I made this fucking, apparently he complained saying that, like, oh, I made his house shake, yada, 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 and he was a little rude, but whatever, he wanted me to be more delicate when I dropped the weight, which, from there on, no problem, whatever. And, you know, that's another problem, right there, you know, where the location is. If you're in an apartment, you're deadlifting, forget it, you're pissing everybody off. There is no debate on that. And again, you know, when I was powerlifting basically for years, you know, I got up to 315 bench, 420 squat, 500 pound deadlift in the garage. Okay, so I got pretty strong. It was cool. Then the powerlifting was cool. Maybe I'll go back to it at some point. But I mean, you know, again, eventually over time, it just kind of got boring. You know, doing the same, basically, you know, the rep range, the same exercises consistently, and just like with, you know, pretty much. It was just limited. I mean, I still did the damn thing. You know, I did the powerlifting meet, whatever. You know, like I'm still jacked. I didn't lose muscle or anything crazy. You know, it definitely benefited. I liked it. You know, I like sometimes training alone. You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, I always did. So it's nothing new. So it was cool, you know, but I did find myself, you know, even though it's right next to, clearly the garage is right next to the house, there were times where, like, I wouldn't do shit, right? Like, I would just be like, fuck that, you know? Like, I'm staying my ass inside. And when it got winter, because my garage is not insulated, dude, that motherfucker got cold, so I had to invest into, like, a heater, which was more money. It was basically like a gym membership. Pretty much every month, you know, getting a new propane tank and stuff. It was a hassle during the winter. And then I would eventually end up training at like retro, pretty much for the winter. And I can tell you, like, literally, the garage, the home gym is cool, especially, like I said, like, if you have the money to do it and you have the space, fuck it. But also keep in mind that, like, you know, you're limited to what you are capable of buying and having with the amount of space you have. It can get redundant and boring and repetitive, like, whatever, you know what I mean? It could just get really, you know, just boring, like pretty much over time. And then it's not that it's not hard to be consistent, but it's not going to be as fun. And you want to make it as fun as possible. And you want to have new goals, and, it just keeps you going and keeps you motivated. Now, me joining this gym, you know, this private gym, you know, I'm surrounded by like-minded individuals who are pushing each other, you know, like I'm chit-chatting with like-minded individuals, you know, like I'm in the same space as guys who I want to be like. And not only that, they got fucking videos of Ronnie Coleman and all those motherfuckers, and, you know, dude, like, it's the vibes are awesome. And, like, I see everyone's pushing each other. That's the shit that, you know, when you sign up to a gym that you want. You know, unfortunately, when you do join into a big public gym, this is when I said the negatives. You gotta deal with some motherfuckers that stink. The motherfuckers don't want to put deodorant. That sucks. It's like, dude, you're killing everybody. Then you fucking have, you know, the motherfuckers that just hog the shit. Then you got the rude motherfuckers who, you know, hog it and don't want to fucking leave, you know, and don't want you to join in and shit. Or, like, you know, you gotta, you know, I mean, it's cool to do this. You know, like, this is a perk, and I met a lot of guys doing this. Like, you're just, you know, be like, hey, you know, let's, you know, rotate, let's take turns. And then next thing you know, you have a gym friend, you have a gym buddy, gym partner. Like, that's happened many times throughout the years for me. And I've talked, you know, those same people are actually the same motherfuckers that ended up joining this private gym, which is funny. So, like, it's nothing new. To me, it's like, you know, basically a part 2 to this. And, you know, like, to me, being in my old commercial gym days, but it was not fun when it was super duper duper packed. And the times, you know, that I'm done from working, right? I work, you know, on an average day, normal, but, you know, it's not always the case. But, like, you know, I work from like 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then, you know, I hit the gym around like 6, maybe 5:30. You know, if you go to any fucking gym at that time, it is super packed. Good luck trying to fucking squat. Good, and I used to pound it, so imagine that. Good, getting hog in the squat rack. You know, you got the typical motherfuckers doing curls in the squat rack, benching in the squat rack, or doing some weird hippie ass exercise that they have from fucking 6-pack shortcuts, or some crazy motherfucker making some shit up. Like, dude, literally, like, you know, it's all types of people you got to deal with. And on top of that, if you want to do the accessory lifts and stuff, oh my god, it was a pain in the ass. And that's when the home gym was elite for a while. It did me good. But again, you know, for the purpose that I want now, I definitely feel like paying a little extra money to have that the privacy that, like, literally when I go to this gym, I have like 10 people max at this gym, and it's 24 hours. You know, I know that's not really the case in most gyms. They have time and stuff like that, and that's another negative. They have you know, a limit, you know, holidays, you know, they have a closing time and stuff, so that can limit to, you know, everybody, you know what I mean, depending on what's going on. You know, in my case, I'm fortunate to pay extra money and have this gym right next to my house, like, literally, like, 10 minutes, so it's very close. And, yeah, you know what I mean, like, if you have the opportunity to invest into a gym like that, I strongly suggest that than dealing with stupid ass fucking packed gyms, because I've done that for years and I made it work, but it sucks. And again, you know, you also have, like I said, like, you gotta there's like negatives to the commercial gym, you know, where, you know, like I said, like, it's mainly just the fact that, like, you just have too many people in such a small space, and you get all types of people, and you have to be very conscientious of your stuff. You know, sometimes, you know, I had one individual one time years ago that literally got a little confrontational with me having my gym bag behind me, saying, oh, it's in the way, when the whole, like, it was just me and him in this space, and he was just, like, maybe having a bad day, and I just looked at him like, look, I don't care, like, I'm just gonna work out. And I just put my headphones in, and he was like, whoa, and he just stormed away and left the gym. So, I don't know, I've never seen that kid again, but regardless, that can happen. That, you've seen the fucking videos of people getting into fights depending on what gym it is, you know what I mean? And by the way, here's another issue. If you're a fucking dog, you're fucking trying to shoot your shot with the girls at the gym or whatever, and it doesn't work, it's gonna get weird and awkward seeing those people at the same time every day. Been there, done that, not good. So that is something to keep in mind with a commercial gym. Being in the home gym might be something for you if you're like, you just can't control yourself. Personally, me, more so than not, I don't like to, like, mingle around like that when I'm in a space when I'm working out. Like, you know, I just like to just focus on my workout, whatever, you know, if something were to happen, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not really looking for that. Or like I'm gonna go creep out, you know, on social media and stuff like that. Like, no, you don't want that. And I know individuals who've actually gotten in trouble for creeping a little too much at the gym, okay? And that's another thing, you know what I mean? Like, you're in a closed space, same people are going. If you're like that, I would just recommend you not bother, because you're just making the environment uncomfortable for everybody. I could imagine someone doing that to me. Like, if I was a female, like, I would not appreciate that. And that's another thing. You have to deal with all walks of life, because there's other men, women who make, you know, they can make the environment weird. And that's when the commercial gym lacks. But that depends on the area and what gym you're going to. Like, you know, that's a factor that can happen at any public space, really. But I will definitely say, you know, like, again, you know, if you have the money and the, you know, literally the connection and ability to maybe pay a little extra to get a private facility, I would highly recommend that. I think it's worth it. You know, if it means you have great workouts, which is another thing. I noticed me joining this gym, I'm motivated than ever. Yo, I'm going to the gym like fucking 6 days a week. Of course, I, you know, have my rest days, and I know what muscles I can hit and cannot hit, and, you know, things like that. Again, I've been training for a long time, so, you know, my 6 days is not like I'm going crazy. It's very calculated. But, and I know my body as well. But, like, when you know, I notice I'm just motivated. You know, they got the posing room. I'm posing all the time. Like, those are things that can make you and make your physique way better, believe it or not. You know, because I know with the home gym, I was like doing the damn thing, and then like, you know, the motivation was always there because I'm very religious with working out. But if I was not like that, that shit wouldn't fucking just, you know, collect cobwebs. You know, some people don't, you know, acquire that motivation very easily. So having an environment where everyone's pushing themselves, you're motivated by other people, can really help. So again, the commercial gym, being in a public gym, can help, you know, depending on where you're at. And depending on what gym, because there are some very good commercial gyms that I've been to where the environment was very good. And I feel like, you know, that definitely is worth it. Definitely. But again, you know, like, you know, you never know with that whole thing that happened to COVID, everything shut down. You never know that can happen again, to where maybe it's worth having some gym equipment in the house. Don't know. Believe it or not, I actually am selling and sold a lot of my stuff because I find myself going to this gym, and, you know, why am I going to have this shit collecting dust, you know, cobwebs in the garage? Makes no sense. I feel like someone else can use it, right? And yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is very important shit. You know, people don't talk about, like, you know, basically a home gym versus like a public gym, commercial gym, whatever. Like, people don't talk about it or think about that stuff. But these are things that you really need to keep in mind, right? Because, like, you know, everyone wants the home gym and stuff like that. You know, you see all these celebrities with this crazy ass gym. Now, if I had a gym like that, okay, maybe, yeah, I won't leave the fucking house. That's different, you know, if you're fucking a millionaire. You know what I mean? That's entirely different. But if you're like a normal guy, you know, whatever, you know, you want to build your physique up and stuff like that, I just think that, like, you know, joining these gyms, but, like, you know, finding a private facility is definitely worth it. But, like, you know, you basically got to work with what you have. If you have, you know, if you got to deal with being in a packed gym, then the best thing you can do is just make the best out of it. And, you know, this gets to another point that, like, maybe you don't have to. I know some guys have this program and stuff like that. If you're powerlifting, and there's nothing I can really do or say, really. You got to follow the program. But if you're bodybuilding, which is, you know, maybe a different video for a different day. But if you're bodybuilding, whatever, you know, you can literally finesse it. Like, hey, let's have a machine only day. Let's, you know, you can, if someone's hogging some shit, you can just move on to something else. Fuck it. Then you know, do it. And, you know, it actually helps with your body because you're keeping your body, like, stimulated in different ways. And also for your enjoyment. You know, I know, yeah, that's the main thing. You got to be consistent. How are you going to be consistent if you don't fucking enjoy it? You know, whatever it's going to get your fucking, like, dick hard. Literally, like, bro, nah, I'm fucking around. Like, no, whatever's really gonna get your, you know, your rocks off and get you fucking going, dude, I say do it. like for real. Like I say, you know what I mean? Like if it means like for me, right? I've been barbell squatting for years. Me changing to hack squats, I'm motivated. You know, my legs, I'm getting all different types of fucking parts, and I notice my legs are fucking growing. I feel it. You know what I mean? I have a goal. I have different goals and stuff. So that helps. Having access to multiple, you know, different types of equipment really is going to help you in the long run as well. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like I said, like, you know what I mean? Like these are the key differences, and differences that I personally experienced. I'm a man of experience. So yeah, you know what I mean? I just say, yo, like, do what you're comfortable with. Just know that in each avenue that you go to, there's limitations. Okay? And that's with anything in life, really. Like, you know, you have the home gym. It's cool. I'm getting fucked up with the boys, and then you got some, you know, your benches in place doing pull-ups and shit and curls, you know, and or like, you know, you go to a commercial gym, you know, you're training with your boys and having fun, and you know, man, I met some really cool individuals like that. So yeah, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You thought this was informative, yo. Peace.